Hi,
Hi,
my name's Mark.
my name is Velizar.
Nice to meet you, Velizar.
Nice to meet you too.
This is your ID card?
Yes.
Excellent, thanks very much.
And this is my topic.
Okay.
This is my favorite movie. It's called The Queen of the Damned. And here are some points I've
And
made.
you're talking about the movie?
Yes.
Okay, alright, well, carry on.
So, as I said, this is my favorite movie, Queen of the Damned. I like it very much. And if someone had told me that it would become such an obsession, I wouldn't have believed him. And I have been watching this movie for a year, for a straight year.
When you say you've been watching it, do you mean you don't watch anything else?
Sometimes, yes. I told you that it had become such an obsession for me. Have you seen the movie?
No, I've never heard of it. But have you really been watching this every day?
Yes. I've been going to sleep with it. And every time, this is the good part about it. Every time I watch it, I understand something new about the movie and about myself as well, because I think that we have much in common with the main character, who is called Lestat.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a vampire.
Ah, it's a vampire.
Yes. And some of my friends had told me that we have much in common with him. And at first I didn't get it. But when I watched the movie, I realized what they had meant.
What do you think they might be talking about?
As you see, I think we have something in common in outer appearance. But most likely it was about the inner appearance. And I don't know, the main character is a vampire, as I said already, and he plays the violin, which is my favorite instrument. This is one common thing about us. The other thing is that he's a sullen character, he's gloomy, he feels alone, even though he's among people.
Can you identify with that character?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know whether you find this good thing or not.
Well, I think everyone has their happiness and their sad sides. And it's nice to have the sad sides or the lonely sides reflected in a character as well.
But it's not very good to feel lonely every time.
No. What about, if you're watching this, there must be some positives that you get from it as well.
Yes, that I realized that there are people like me as well all over the world.
Mm-hmm. So is it a sense of collective identity?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So why... I've never watched a vampire film.
Never?
No.
What about the story?
No. I think maybe I watched one when I was a kid. But why should I consider watching a vampire film, and this film in particular?
I may recommend this movie, especially this, because it's more realistic. It not realistic as a normal thing, but the character is representing the main idea of a vampire. He is afraid of the sun, and he is afraid of crucifixes and a lot of holy things.
So it's realistic even though it's fantasy?
Yes, this is the good side of this film. And nowadays there are a lot of vampire stories coming, which I don't like, because the vampires are good. And even though this vampire is also good, he searches for love, and he finds it in the end. Mm-hmm. But nowadays, the new vampires aren't afraid of garlic, of crucifixes, of sun, and they're like romantic teenagers who are lost. And
so is it a way? It's a way of retelling the typical teenage story.
Yes, yes.
Another way of showing it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But it involves vampires.
And I see you've written here the notion of vampirism in newly released stories. There are a lot of vampire films.
Yes, I don't know. This Twilight, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Why? Why should I watch this and not Twilight?
Because Twilight is a teenage movie. It's a love story, but it's there's no action. There's no action. It's only love and hesitating between whether to choose this girl or whether to choose this boy. And this is something more complex. And this is something, there's an action. There are, lessons to learn. Like the main character says something like his teacher left him to his darkest lesson, but in the end everyone is left alone. And this is interesting.
Is it a comedy?
No. Why do you think it's comedy?
No, of course not. I'm joking.
You're just kidding.
No. Okay, all right. Well, thanks for talking to me about how do I pronounce it? Aliyah.
Aliyah, yes.
Aliyah.
She was a singer, but she died. I don't know the story why she died.
Ah, yes, the famous American singer Aliyah.
Yes.
Yes, I know what you mean. Yes. Okay, right. Well, thanks for talking to me about that. Now let's talk about something different.
Okay.
Now, for the next part, I'll tell you something. Then you have to ask me questions to find out more information. You need to keep the conversation going.
Okay.
After about 4 minutes, I'll end the conversation. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. If I hadn't met my best friend, I think my life would have been different in many ways.
And what do you think? Why do you think is that?
Oh, because I think since I met my best friend, he has influenced me greatly.
In which ways? What ways?
I think partly it's to do with feeling more adventurous.
Adventurous. What sides of your character are the same as his character? What do you have in common?
Well, he's a very adventurous person, and I used to like the idea of travel, but I never really did it.
So he encouraged you to go with him anywhere?
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what he did.
And where did you go? And what did you do?
Well, we went travelling together around Europe, and we went travelling in South America, and we had lots of adventures together, lots of new experiences.
And what did you do? Did you go somewhere bungee jumping or skydiving?
I went bungee jumping.
And how do you find it?
Terrifying.
Terrifying? Still?
Yes, the thought of it is terrifying.
And how many times did you do that?
Twice.
Twice?
It was still terrifying the second time. But I did it with a friend. And
so he made you feel comfortable?
Yeah, I wouldn't have done it without a friend being there.
And would you encourage me to go bungee jumping?
Yes, I would say so.
Or with a friend?
It's good to do it with a friend, because a friend will always... a shared experience is better, and I think that's one of the great advantages that I'm identifying, that we've shared a lot of experiences and it's moved me forwards in my personality.
And is only the adventurous feelings that you get with his company?
No, it's more than that.
So you're friends for a lot of reasons?
Yeah.
Do you trust him?
Yes, completely. 100%.
And how did he gain your trust? Because you know that trust is gained, not given.
No, that's a very good point. I think it was when I was in a difficult situation with some friends and moving from one city to another, and he was always there to help me. Okay,
I know how you feel, because I have a best friend of my own. Even though he's not in Bulgaria right now, he moved to Holland to study there this year, and it made me feel quite uncomfortable. I don't trust anyone else but him, and we are still in touch. Yes, but he helped me to go through one of my worst periods in time, in my lifetime, when I felt in love and my heart was broken. Yeah. So you know what's the good sides of being a friend to someone and to share the same feelings.
Yes, and I think I would like to say, or I'd like people to say about me, that I am a good, dependable friend as well, and that I can be trusted. I hope that's what they would say about me.
How do you think your friend feels about you?
I hope that's how he feels about me.
So he didn't tell you anything about...
I think really it's the actions. Actions, as we say, actions speak louder than words.
Yes.
And the actions and the way that we've worked together and the way that we've helped each other to solve problems together, solve each other's problems and work together to solve joint problems. I think it's understood that we are each other's best friends and that we trust each other.
I feel very happy for you. But do you think that you can rely on him in every situation? Don't you think he'll let you down somewhere?
No, well, so far, so good. But who knows?
Yes.
No, I feel very confident that he would always be there for me.
You have known him for how many years?
Ooh, 13 years.
13 years. This is a lot of time.
It is a lot of time, yeah. And I think it's a long time to know if somebody's
dependable or not. Yes.
Yeah, completely. Now let's talk about something different.
Okay.
Let's talk about society and living standards.
Society in Bulgaria.
Do you think Bulgarian society is improving? Living standards are improving, and you're moving forwards?
Well, this is a hard question to answer.
From a very personal perspective.
From my very personal perspective, well, I don't think that we are going forward. I don't know who is responsible for this, whether it is the government or the people themselves. But I know this is a bad thing to say about my country. I like it very much, I love it. And I found a lot of great people, and they're my friends, but I don't want to meet another people because I think they're different from me. They share another values.
So, when you say different values, do you think that there are some collective values within Bulgaria, that people generally believe in good and bad, for example, and they generally want progress?
I think that mostly people in Bulgaria believe that everyone is bad and you can trust anyone.
What type of things do they say?
Well, I don't know. They just say what they've said already. I don't believe this and I don't believe that, and I would like to believe that. But they would like to believe in something, but people in Bulgaria don't know what to believe in.
So people have told you that people are bad?
Yes, and this is something discouraging for me, because I would like to believe in people, to believe in people's love, to believe in people's friendship. And this is something very important for me. I personally think that I'm a reliable, dependable person, and I can give anyone what his or her needs are.
Do you think your life would have been better if you had been born in your parents' generation?
Yes, definitely. Because they've told me that the past times were better. There were a lot of values that have died nowadays, like love. Nobody nowadays believes in love. And how is the situation in England?
Well, in the United Kingdom, I would say, well, I'm an optimist. I would like to believe that everyone believes in love. I've not heard anyone telling me that they don't believe in love.
But I have heard a lot of people saying that they don't believe in love. And I think not Jesus, but God is love. And I think that I should encourage somehow people in Bulgaria to believe that love exists. And this will help us and our society, our living standards, to improve.
Okay, all right, thanks. Let's also talk about unexplained phenomena and events. Now,
what do you have in mind?
Well, have you ever had any experiences where something mysterious happened and you couldn't explain it?
A lot of things. Well, me and my best friend were searching for a lot of ghosts, and we've gone to graveyards and to churches also. And a lot of unexplainable things happened. So, for example, one night I was looking out of the window and I saw something strange, a flying disc with a very great speed, and it was the light was very bright, and I think that it might have been a flying saucer.
And did you consider any other possible explanations?
Yes, that I have imagined it. And a lot of other stuff happened to me, like moving knives or something, some materials. For example, I've put my ID card here and suddenly it disappears. And
is it because you're just forgetful?
No, I'm not forgetful.
No?
No, definitely. Anything but not forgetful.
Okay.
And I've seen some images, strange images. I've heard some noises around me, but I don't know. I believe that ghosts exist, and there is an explanation, reasonable explanation, but ghosts exist. And
But do you think ghosts exist even though you've never seen one yourself?
I think I've seen ghosts.
Ah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I believe.
Did they have big white sheets and black eyes?
No, no. I don't know. They were like humans.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. This is a strange thing to say. You may consider me as a mad person.
I think everyone has their personal experiences.
Yes. And do you have one?
I don't think I've ever seen a ghost.
What about Santa Claus? Do you believe in Santa Claus?
Yes, absolutely. Santa Claus definitely exists, and he'll be coming down my chimney this Christmas. And if not, I'll be very upset.
Okay, so you believe in good things and you don't believe in bad things?
I think that's very convenient, yes.
Mm-hmm. So you're quite a good person, and you believe in what you want to believe.
I do. It's a very selective belief system.
This
okay,
is good.
great. Well, thanks very much. We have to stop now. It was very interesting talking to you.
Yes, it was very interesting talking to you.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Okay.